Okay, we are live, everybody. Her name is Risa,
Your name is Bezad.
and we are broadcasting live from Yokohama, Japan, to bring to you the world's greatest live stream, the Wonder Looper live stream, where you get all the inside news that you can use about all the Wonder Looper products and accessories, soon to be accessories that you can use. Welcome. It's another week, another long, glorious week here in Yokohama. It is currently Saturday morning for us, November the 1st. We are reaching out to you from the future. If you are in the West, it is still Halloween out there in the West. The Jays are playing the Dodgers. It's a great day today, sunny. I'm very happy with today so far.
It's we're competing with Halloween and the World Series.
And the World Series. But you guys made the right choice.
Yes.
Thank you very much, everybody. You made the right choice. You're here with us, and we are very happy to have you guys here. I'm going to support my Blue Jays today. I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to do it tonight. I remember 92. I remember 93. And let's do it in 2025. All right, we've got I've got my Snoopy mug. We've got little Charlie Brown there ready to steal a base, and
Is this Lucy?
that's Lucy.
Lucy getting a
Little kiss from Snoopy. This is my big chance to be a hero. So we're ready here in Blue Jays blue, Bayside blue, baseball today, sports. It's gonna be a good live stream.
It says, "You'll always be first choice in my player draft, sweetie."
That's great. Look at that. Fantastic. Unbelievable. So some Fire King Peanuts action here
I
on
really like
the
this
mug. It's a great mug. There you are. Let's check in with the chat, everybody. I know everyone's tuning in from everywhere. Let's do it. We've got John Akes checking in from Chicago, and a happy Halloween. We've got Tristan from Columbus, Ohio, and Nebraska. Hello from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And then we've got a lot of people checking in early. We've got Terp Wizard. Hello from Kalamazoo, Michigan. And I was looking forward to the live stream. Checking out the live stream tomorrow on the replay. Can't wait to see more of the Blue Owl Black Friday collaboration. We will be showing that off today. We're going to be talking about basically the warehouse update. So we did a little warehouse update video yesterday. I didn't have time to write a newsletter, so I thought we could shoot a quick little video. And you know what? We never did that follow-up to the office tour. Remember?
Because it's never complete. We don't have we're still missing stuff. So we never felt like we're ready for
The final unveiling?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
But it's been months.
yes,
So.
it's still a work in progress, and there's always boxes and things moving around in here. So maybe at one point we will do a proper tour, but you'll get to see bits and pieces of it every now and then. We'll do some of those little update videos, but we're gonna cover what's arrived so far, what's to come, and the schedule is very tentative right now for the next release. So we'll get into some of those things in this video today. We've got Yukon Selvage checking in. Hello, but not from the Yukon this time. We'll see if I can catch the stream live while I drive from the City of Champions, Edmonton, to Cowtown, Calgary. Cowtown. You know what the old name for Toronto was?
Hogtown.
Hogtown. That's right, Hogtown. I have a joke that goes with it, but it's not very nice. So I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to do it. Jason Scott says, have a great show. Had a cozy day in my green Super Looper sweatshirt and Fob Factory cargos. Hit that like button, everybody. Sending some love all the way from the UK. Thank you very much. I'm also enjoying my Super Looper. It's a sporty day, so I put on my Super Looper here. Let's do my fit check, and then we'll go into the Risa fit check. All right, so it's a sporty up top. We've got the Super Looper Heather Gray, and I've got a ELS recycled cotton t-shirt here for my under layer. I've got a retro vintage Blue Jays Wilson made in USA satin jacket here, just to show my love for the team today. I've got some Australian wide leg military cargos here. So I'm just rocking it nice and wide today. I've got my Yucatan fuzzy boots here, boots with the fur, Cortina sole, suede, and I've got my recently customized Naked and Famous denim 5-panel cap. Risa put the embroidery in there for me, for the little B, for Bezat or the Blue Jays today, right? And I've got on my my Omega today. So I got the Speedmaster on here with a NATO strap. So that's me today. Today in a nutshell. Risa, the unveiling.
The unveiling, the great unveiling. I'm wearing my trusted Type 1 Levi's jacket. I am wearing the Super Looper Sumi black pullover hoodie. And underneath, I think I'm wearing ELS Ecru today. And at the bottom, I'm wearing these green pants to match Bezat's military style today. And I got these my favorite fall shoes from Yucatan. Got the, what do you call this shape? Forgot.
I don't remember the shape exactly, but
yeah,
we are rocking the same Cortina sole, so
yes,
this is us today.
Safe.
Yeah,
and makes us taller a little bit.
It does give us a little extra height, but we do try to match when we are going out, and I think we have a very
similar
aesthetic today. Yeah. So
that's good enough.
Yeah, I think it's
matching.
I think people would recognize it if they saw us together. That's sort of the goal. And you know what else I have to say? That we had a lot of visitors this week, a lot of couples.
Yeah.
And a lot of couples also embracing the matchy style. Mm-hmm. So
I like having, like, as much as I can enjoy heavyweight every now and then, I also understand that I don't want to be wearing heavyweight all the time, and a lot of women feel the same way. Mm-hmm. So having these like lighter weight, like Henleys with cashmere, very nice, or like lighter weight t-shirts, it just encourages people who visit us.
Yeah.
Most of the time, the man in the relationship is the one who's like, really like brought the entire, thing here. But girlfriends, wives, they sometimes pick up extra things.
Yeah.
And they were inspired by our matching.
Yes. So I'm glad that we could help spread this this style out there. I really encourage it. I really do. I think it's fantastic. And
it's like if you are, you would try to match your shoes with your outfit.
Right. Why not match your partner?
Your partner? Yeah.
So it literally, like, oftentimes, it just happens in the morning. Like, we're getting dressed up and we match each other. Like, we don't generally say, "Oh, what are you wearing today? What are you wearing today?" We just sort of, a lot of the stuff we buy is very similar. And obviously, the things that we make are the things that we wear. But
also, just like we don't have a ton of like clothes in the routine at the time, I feel. So just like basically kind of, if I see him put on the green pants, I know that today is a green pants day.
That's it.
Army pants day.
So what can I say? Try it out with your loved one. I'm a big fan. You should do it. Or you know what? Try it easy. Maybe when you go to the baseball game, wear the matching jacket or t-shirt. You'll see. Just baby step it into it. Or when you go to Disneyland, Disney couples, what can I say? You got to match up a little bit, but slowly but surely you can get there. But I have to say that there's a lot of things, like whether it's like Converse sneakers or like Jordans or like, those are some little small ways that you can build up towards that, and then maybe a little accessory that matches, that sort of thing. And you might find yourself, maybe donning similar denim outfits, sweatshirts, that sort of thing. So that's it. Sullivan says, I make my wife wear 25-ounce jeans.
Something tells me if she doesn't want to wear it, she wouldn't be wearing those.
Yeah.
So I'm sure she loves it.
That's true. McKinley says, these fits are fire. Well, thank you very much. Okay, there's a lot of people saying Happy Halloween. We got the Raven in the house. Happy Halloween from North America. Thank you very much. We did Halloween yesterday. Arif is in the house too as well. Good to see you. And Sally Fox is here. I was just chatting with her this morning. She's sharing all kinds of really she was sending me some great videos of of the farm, just some stories of like how certain varieties and things are developed. And I was gonna text Sally after the live stream, but maybe she's watching, so I'll say it here. But maybe there will be room in the live stream, or maybe we'll do like those newsletter videos every now and then we could have like a segment for Sally to like, you know, there's a Sally story time segment within the video, something like that.
That would be cool.
So we'll work on it, Sally. We'll share your stories. I think I'm okay at repeating your stories, but of course you're even better at it. So you're there from the beginning. So let's maybe we can work on that together. Okay, we've got some people cheering for the Dodgers. You know what? I'm gonna say go team, go sports. And then somebody booed Joe Carter in here, which you don't do that here. Joe Carter is a national treasure. Okay, you don't say an unkind thing about Joe Carter, right? That's a rule. And we don't have a lot of rules in the live stream, but you never say anything disparaging about our national treasure, Joe Carter. That's it. All right. That for people who don't know, he won the '93 World Series for us. Walk-off home run. Finished that. Treasure, national treasure. Ellen asks what we dressed up for Halloween. Okay, so
we didn't do anything per se. We just worked all day.
Yeah.
We didn't even go out or anything like that. But Bezad had a plan.
I had a plan, and I did not execute it.
I don't know if you want to talk about your plan.
I was going to be 3-hole punch base ad. You know, I there's just a lot of my life that is inspired by Michael Scott and The Office. And there was an episode where Jim famously doesn't like to do much for Halloween. And I have to say that as much as I enjoy Halloween, I rarely get dressed up. And so I thought it would be funny to be 3-hole punch base ad and just have like 3 white dots on and have to explain that to anybody who walked in. But I just didn't get around to it. However, Risa really did put together a nice outfit yesterday.
Without even it's
we didn't show it off.
Yes, yeah. I did not even take a single picture, but I did a great job at, a lot of people know that my favorite movie is Life Aquatic, and I put on a red in situ red watch cap. So that was, I think, Tateniago exclusive, or like just kind of.
I think so. Yeah.
Red color, and then I put on this like I found it randomly at a thrift store, but it was like a light blue with like dark blue like trimming jacket, and then just the color matched the theme of the Life Aquatic uniform a lot. So and even the trims. So I bought that for not a lot of money, but it's a regular clothes, but it works well with the red hat. And then I wore like a light colored jeans. So I was very much a good. Also, I did not wear anything like, bad quality.
Yeah.
So proper quality clothing,
yeah,
but a great execution, if I say so myself.
Yeah. You know what? We'll try to put that outfit together one day and just take a picture of it.
I think I'm going to be just wearing that every year.
Every now and then?
No, every Halloween.
All right.
For the rest of my life.
So maybe next year we'll try to highlight it. Or before then, who knows? Okay. So let's talk about some upcoming things. Because yesterday, for people who maybe are tuning in now, I didn't have a chance to write the newsletter just because this week's sort of been very jam-packed with a lot of shipments. So we had a lot of shipments come in, we had a lot of visitors coming by, and so we were just busy with that. I just didn't have the time to write it. So we made a little short video walking through the warehouse, and in that video, we showed off a couple of things. I want to show off one thing because this is probably going to be the first sort of teaser item that's going to be coming out, right? You know the main collection stuff, but the teaser stuff. So the Blue Owl black fleeced Foxfibre sweatshirt. I'm going to show it off. We showed it off once before. I'm going to show it again.
Yeah. So we just got half the shipment on those. So we're not like fully ready to ship them to Blue Owl yet. Hopefully in the next week or two, maybe. But we just got the crew necks and pullover hoodie, in the black version of the fleece Foxfibre sweatshirts collection. So it's gonna come in all 4 fits. So crew neck, pullover hoodie, zip hoodie, and sweatpants. And I think this is one of those things where like we showed it off. We've been showing off like throughout the past live streams, and I think we're getting like a really, really good response from our audience. So I'm very excited about this, and it just really came out nice.
Yeah, we got it right
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Maybe I should just hold it.
Yeah.
So this is it right here. Black on the outside with that fleeced Foxfibre here on the inside. So it's the first time we've done an all sort of, even the first time we've done a black, but the first time we've ever done a solid color version of this one. And one really cool detail is that you can see the inside of the fabric showing through on that flat seam construction. So it peeks out just a little bit to give you that nice little detailing throughout. So we've got that, and we've got the all black cords. They still have the metal, but black cords this time for a stealthy look. So this is the fleeced Foxfibre with a black, all black for Blue Owl. So this is going to be coming relatively soon. We are, as Risa mentioned, we are waiting for some more of the production to arrive. So right now we just have the crew neck and the pullover hoodie, the zip hoodie, and the sweatpants coming soon.
Yes.
Like in the next, I'm going to say couple of days, and then we're going to ship that off to Blue Owl, and then we will, yeah, a couple of days.
Like 9 days.
Sure. And then we will get that off the Blue Owl, and then we'll set a release date for these. So tentatively soon. Next couple of weeks. Of weeks. I say couple a lot, but so the reason why sometimes we'll talk about these are coming soon, couple of weeks, couple of days, that sort of thing. Oftentimes after these live streams, I'll get emails. When is it coming out? When is it coming? Do you have a release date yet? I don't have a release date yet.
Yeah.
As soon as we have a release date, we will announce it. It's just like, this is sort of the, when we preview a lot of stuff, this, I guess the drawback is that everybody wants it like right away because they see it, they want it. And I know that, right?
Or everybody just like wants to know when it's coming out.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times the reality is that we don't know. We're not in, we're not in charge of the scheduling of the sewing factory, and we even they don't know. It's not like they're like gatekeeping the information. They just like they got to be as efficient as they can be, and a lot of things depends on the other things. So we don't own our own factory, so unfortunately we're not the only ones who are getting things sewn there as well. So I mean, it is what it is, but in general, like, we have a kind of a deadline that we're, targeting. And in the fall, winter, we really aim to have it, it ready for holidays.
Yeah. That's sort of the end game there. But that said, there is a lot of stuff, it's sort of like, there's a lot of stuff coming and everything sort of comes in pieces. And like, I can't just, send these to Blue Owl without the zip hoodie and the sweatpants and like release them. You know what I mean? Like everything sort of just needs to be released as a collection. Yeah. So when we have like so many variety of products coming out, so many different colors, different fits, you have to wait for everything to come in order for, things get released. Maybe I'm just saying, like, cause we're planning fall production, fall sampling right now. And for next year. And like, we're just thinking like, because there are going to be more products, like, do we have to like drop things in order to be more efficient here in the warehouse? So that's just something that we have to consider. So I know that it can sometimes be a little annoying to like, sometimes have to, on our end, like sometimes we're just waiting for like that last fit to arrive. And it might be like 2 weeks out. And then you have everything else. Like, I just want to release these now. But, that's just sort of the name of the game. So we definitely have to reevaluate some of the things that we make in order to see, to improve our own efficiency.
Yes. Yeah. And, we don't have infinite, room. Even though we're managing with this, like, I think we're going to be very close to over capacity at some point, like, next week or something.
Yeah.
And, we just, I think what I know what's going to happen is that people who like the stuff that we are, deciding to cut is going to be upset.
Yeah.
But, it's just, I think in order to, please more people, we need to cut on some.
Every now and then you got to trim the hedges. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how true it is, but I heard that, Trader Joe's in America, for example, they all are constantly reevaluating their product mix. And they're just like, if it's like bottom 10%, we just cut it. Like, it might be, if you think about it, like sometimes even like that bottom 10% of products, they still might be performing. Just, there's, but sometimes you just gotta, even if you like it, you gotta cut it in order to make room for something that people might like even more. So
right, especially because like I think it's the same with Trader Joe's as it is with us. Is that like we always need to like be working on something new, because it just, if we just make the same things year after year always, like it's fine to a certain degree, but that's not like what we want to do. We want to like figure out how to make new things and better things and exciting things and so whatnot. So we just because we need to add more stuff every season, we need to drop some things every season as well.
Elaine asks, what are you thinking of cutting? Nothing specific yet. I'm going to really evaluate
the data
at the end of the season, because I would say that like we're midpoint and there's a lot of stuff. Like the next wave of goods, there's a lot of stuff, because the double heavyweight French terry, there's 7 colors coming in. 7 colors, 4 fits. That's a lot. Yeah. We've got 3 colors of the cashmere Henley. We've got 2 colors of the triple heavyweight Tsuriami. We've got the 1 color here, but 4 fits. So there's a lot of stuff coming. So once we evaluate how everything went, like where are the winners, to be fair, we don't really have any losers. Like everything generally sells out by the time we replenish it, but it's just like how long does it take to sell out?
Yes, exactly.
Those kinds of things.
That's kind of the problem with us sometimes, that we just look at the data that's, after everything's sold. And it's like, obviously everything's sold. So like the, whatever that, distribution of size or colors or whatever, like, at the end, it would be like, okay, everything sold as we ordered it, so we should do that again. But then, we just have to also kind of see how fast things moved. And sometimes we just, like, when we're, like, trying to sell stuff, like, sometimes we don't really have time to sit down and evaluate. And, I think we just need to be better at, like, analyzing historical data and stuff like that. But
Elaine says, oh, so you mean cutting color options, not design? Maybe a bit of column A and maybe a bit of column B. I'm going to say now that double heavyweight French terry for fall winter 26 will have less colors.
That's for sure.
That's for sure. 7 was a little much. Plus the 2 Foxfibre technically there were 9, right?
Right.
So we got, anyhow. So we'll, once we have the fall sort of settled, because right now there's a lot of things in development, and some things maybe they're going to be able to develop it for this fall, maybe it's going to take way longer. So we had a production meeting this week, and there was just a lot of ideas put out on the table, and so we're like a lot. So a lot of it is going to depend on like yarn availability, yarn development, and like, so we're going to see how long that's going to take. There was one case where there was something that we wanted to make, but they're just like,
that was impossible.
Yeah, they're like, we have 50 kilograms of this cotton, and it's like, okay, so that's not enough. So like that idea has to be put on the back burner until we have more cotton. So like certain things like that we have to definitely consider as well.
One thing I also want to mention is that like our Dune color of double heavyweight French terry,
Yeah.
like insanely similar to our
It's very similar. Not the same, but similar.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like we went really hard on natural, like earthy tones this fall. We just have
Right.
so many of those. So I don't know. You
Yeah.
know, obviously those are completely different price point and different.
Yeah. The color
know.
tone is certainly like, I would say, more nuanced here in the iron mordant compared to the dyed. Like, you could definitely tell that there is a difference in color here.
And
There's-
I think it looks more different on the screen. In real life, it's just the way it catches the lights. It's actually a little bit more similar.
yeah. But if you missed out on this, or maybe this was, a bit out of the budget, this is definitely a much easier on the wallet item. Yeah.
Streamline the collection sounds like a good idea. Fewer colors but more stock means less likely to sell out super fast. Yeah, that's the point, for us to like manage all the colors. And a lot of the time is from the consumer's perspective. If you want to buy some something in certain color, like just because it's sold out doesn't necessarily mean you want the other available colors. So disappointment is a big thing that we want to reduce.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, in keeping stock is definitely big on our agenda. Like, for example, yesterday, part of our restocks, we've got some double heavyweight t-shirts. So I know that some colors like black and navy, like there were a bunch of colors that like there were just sizes were gone. So those have been restocked, and like we're getting on a much better restock schedule with those, because we kind of know how many we sell in like a certain amount of time, so that we can front load fabric and just sort of have it ready, so when we need to have restocks made. So
yeah,
that's progressively in the works.
Yeah, and I was like really like pleasantly surprised that we like so the t-shirts that we got restocked yesterday, like I restocked the website too, but really like a lot of things were like coming down in like inventory, but it wasn't like zero. There was only like a few SKUs that I restocked yesterday that was zero. So I think that's a great sign that we're like, we shouldn't overdo it, but we that's where we want to be, like when things are like
I don't want to be at zero for too long. I want to have like a handful left in stock before the restock, right? So that way we're never out. So that's our aim, right? The sellouts are fun and all, but also I'm just gonna say, from my perspective, I then get a lot of emails of like, when and where can I buy this? When and where can I buy this? So
after we sell that, it's like.
But I have to say, like this last week, I found like a bunch of people, like they were looking for like the double heavyweight Foxfibre French terry. A bunch of like zip hoodies, things like that. I was finding them for people. They're like, oh, you're sold out, I can't find it anywhere. I'm like, bam, here you go. And I would find it for people, and they would be able to get it. So I'm very happy to look. I'm not annoyed when those emails come in. Like, they just, I would prefer that we have the stock so that you don't have to send me that email. But, if I can find it for you, I will find it for you. I'll certainly try. I would just say that, just to pre-warn anybody, if it's been sold out for months, there's probably a chance I can't find it. Like, if it's still fresh, it's easier to find. But like, trying to find like a burgundy super looper at this point, hard. But though burgundy will be back.
Yes.
Burgundy will be back. So yeah. Okay. Another, what I didn't show on the video yesterday that I wanted to show that I didn't show is this right here. Do you want to show that?
Sure. We were talking about this, I think, in the past, but our new goodie freebies are here.
Hold on, I'm gonna turn
it
down the
is a
brightness a little
set
bit.
of 3 pencils. And I'm just going to take one out. So you will receive it in a pack of 3. And this guy is... It's hard to
turn down the
show.
brightness.
Okay.
There you go. Maybe tilt it
See?
down a little bit. There you go. Yeah, so the Wonder Looper craft design made in Japan pencil sets are here.
And it's done by Craft Design Technology. Oop.
Here, I got it. Maybe I got it. It's tough. There we go. You can see it right there.
Yeah, it's got the eraser and it's HB pencil.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I mean, pencil is something that that is useful. And
Yes, they're very useful.
Kind of a, what do you call it? Like, you know, if you have one around, you just use it. It's a very pleasant color. It's got a nice sporty Wonder Looper logo in it.
Yeah.
So I would like everybody to use this.
That's it. So another little nifty gifty that we will include with your orders for the foreseeable future until we run out. So we should have enough to get us through the next release batch all the way to the end of the year. I don't know.
Yes.
Risa says yes, so we have enough.
Yes, because we have another batch coming.
Okay, so we have a lot of these coming. So we will have them with your order. So no code, no nothing necessary. We're gonna throw these in for you, and you'll have a nice little gift set of pencils to use.
Yeah. With that said, if you don't want them, if you're never gonna use pencils, you can write in the order note. Don't include pencils.
No need.
Yeah.
There you go. The Raven asks, are erasers attached? Yes, they are. They are equipped with erasers right here on the top. It's kind of a cool, neat way that they have the eraser on there.
Yeah, because I remember back in the days, it was all had the
they would have like that metal part on it.
And I was using that eraser yesterday,
and it's very good.
Yeah, and it's just it doesn't like. I was scared that it would break off easily.
Yeah, no, stays on very nice. So it's a very unique designed eraser here on this pencil. So yeah, and McKinley says, oh no, I don't have a pencil sharpener. Well,
no, we don't have it too. This so basically I had to like.
I used a knife to shave it,
but we should buy it because it's not a big investment.
No, it's not. And I'm just going to say that sometimes you can find some nice pencil sharpeners out there, like nice brass ones and things like that.
I actually have one. Yeah.
Right. So it might give you a reason to buy some nice stationery that you might not have. So there you go. A new little nifty gifty for everyone. Okay. We're gonna talk about Jeremy Sims asks, what's the deal with the Suvin Gold shirt you teased on the warehouse video? Unique labels are an awesome touch.
Very keen-eyed individual here.
We're it's preview day. What can I say?
We did not talk about this at all.
At all.
Mostly because we didn't have a sample, probably. But we're very excited about this. This is a Suvin Gold. So Suvin cotton is extra long staple fiber cotton. And it is similar to Ultimate Pima in a way that it is, it is just known to be a high quality cotton out of India. And we just... we work with a retailer in Spain called Redcast Heritage. They're very good partners of ours, and they support our brand. Very nice people too. And so when they brought up that we should make something with Suvin Gold. So Suvin Gold is the Suvin cotton is the ELS cotton. Yes. And Suvin Gold is the first or second flash. Correct. Of the
harvest season.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like vegetables where like the first, of the season is different from the rest. Yeah. I don't know why.
I'm not right. I'm not exactly sure why, but what they tell us is that with the first and second flash, this is the first bulbs of the season. It's sort of the highest quality, the longest fiber. So of an extra long staple variety, this is like the 1% of that extra long staple variety. Right. So they go around and they pick everything by hand, and that way they can preserve the cotton as in the best way they can. And they're basically just picking out all the best stuff to put it all for one special batch.
Yeah.
So that's what Suvin Gold is. You might see Suvin cotton around, and Suvin cotton again is very much known for its high quality.
Yeah.
But Suvin Gold is like, let's take all the best of the Suvin and we'll set that aside, and we're gonna make some very small batch things with that, and that's what this is part of.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so they were really interested in making something with Suvin Gold. So, obviously we just kind of...
We made a few calls to see what we could do to get it for them. So,
and we are making Tsuriami t-shirts with these. So it's yesterday we got the sample, and we were talking with the newest staff, Wyatt, and we're just trying to kind of have him feel the difference.
yes.
We did it ourselves too, between Ultimate Pima Tsuriami t-shirts and Suvin Gold Tsuriami t-shirts, and the weight is different. I don't remember the exact weight.
This one's a little heavier.
This one's a little heavier than Ultimate Pima. But more than that, there is a difference. On paper, it sounds like it's the same product because it's ELS.
Yes.
Different kinds of cotton, but both long staple, extra long staple cotton, and Tsuriami knit in the same jersey material, same fit.
Yeah.
But it's
They feel
very
different.
different.
Yeah. The I will say that this one has more of a how can I say it? Has more of a fuzzy feel to it.
Yes.
There's a much more fuzz to this.
Yes.
Whereas the Ultimate Pima is a little bit more silkier feeling, smoother feeling off the base.
So you were saying yesterday, which I think is a great way to describe this, is that this is Suvin Gold is a little bit more velvety.
Yes.
And then Ultimate Pima is a little bit more silky.
Yes.
So I think maybe,
I'm glad you remember that, because that was a good... yesterday I explained it exactly like that, and I forgot, but
yeah. No, that's a great explanation. And it's just that sometimes you want a lighter, silky, drier fitting t-shirt. I think in the summertime here, at least, it's just, I kind of opt for Ultimate Pima a lot because it's, silky and dry and, kind of cool. But with this one, it's a little bit more, even in the colder times, that I could probably really enjoy it. I would prefer this for maybe non-deadly heat weather.
Yeah, right. Or even, I think the fuzziness might also help. It's kind of like if something is fleeced a little bit, it helps retain heat a little bit more.
It's not that fuzzy, but it is
on its own, no. But I think if you layered it up nicely,
it
might provide some of that. So it definitely has a different feel. Now, again, this is in the grand scheme of things, these are all sort of very nuanced little different details, which I would say that for our audience, these are the sort of things that are a little bit more interesting. General audience, they're just, t-shirt's a t-shirt.
Yeah.
But this is sort of the fun that I like to have with Wonder Looper, is that we can create very minute, it might seem like minute differences, but they actually show up. And if you can tell the difference, you can certainly tell the difference. Yesterday with Wyatt, he's still very green to the fashion world. He literally has never had a fashion job before. So, but he was general interest, and he was a nice guy. We brought him on, and so he's learning little by little, and he's starting to get the it's going to take a while before you start to feel the texture differences. Even at Naked and Famous, I remember at one point you can just touch a denim and you know so much about it. You could pick it up, you can kind of tell the weight.
I think it's also he might have felt the difference. Describing the difference is also another thing that you should be able to do if you're trying to sell a product.
Right.
As a consumer, you don't have to kind of word it so that other people can understand it. You understand it, that you feel it. But yeah, I think that's kind of a thing that you need to develop a little bit over time.
So I'm glad that we're gonna have this sort of experimental idea where we have two of the top end ELS cottons, and it's just here they are. And like, there's a difference. I would say that it might be hard to express it online. Obviously, like, touch is touch. That's always the best thing. But we'll do our best to explain it and maybe try to take some like macro photography to show like the actual physical differences. Because one thing that this on, like, if anybody wearing an Ultimate Pima shirt right now, like if you run your hands through it, like you can sort of feel like the knit pattern of it. Like you can feel it, right? Because everything's very straight and like very clean. Whereas this one, because it has this like so much more fuzzier finish to it, you don't feel those like sort of knit patterns so noticeably.
Like the micro ridges.
Yeah, the micro ridges, right? It'll feel a little bit more, like you said that I said, a little bit more velvety. But this is a new special item. It is not going to be like a general release. This is made by request of Redcast Heritage, so it will be a Redcast Heritage exclusive, and then we will also carry a little bit as well. So it'll be just like with the Blue Owl release, it'll be a Wonder Looper Blue Owl. This will be a Wonder Looper Redcast thing. Will it be a long-term thing? We'll see. If it's something that they feel like this is something that they always want to carry, then this will be their guy. But we developed this for them. They haven't even seen this yet. They actually visited us like a couple of weeks ago, and we were very like excited to hopefully have the sample in time. But this literally came yesterday. Yeah. So they haven't seen it yet. If they're watching this video, they're seeing it for the first time right now. But this will be. Well, anyway, we got to get them some information. But this is going to be available in black. It's going to be available in white, ecru, and gray. So we'll have 4 colors, rinse washed to start. So it's, we get rid of all that Tsuriami shrinkage for you. And just like all of our other t-shirts, they will be flat seam constructed. So there are side seams, but everything is flat and nice and neat, I think. Yeah.
Yes. It's just I'm super excited about this, and the label is really, really nice.
Yeah, we really enjoy this label.
Had this professionally done, as you might be able to tell.
Yeah, but it has a sort of Indian flair to it to highlight the Indian origins of this cotton. So it has that very old school sort of look. I really enjoy it, and I think that we have a winning label here.
Yeah.
Right there. So that is the Tsuriami Knit Suvin Gold t-shirt. This is going to be coming TBD. I do not have a very good timeline for this one just yet. But those are some more little previews of stuff to come that we've been working on. That's a world's first preview of the Tsuriami Knit t-shirt.
The fact that we kind of kept this, under what do you call it?
Under wraps?
Yeah. Was impressive.
Yeah.
It's not like we just thought of it last week and here it is.
No, like, this has been in the works for a while, actually.
For a while, yes.
So I will also say that this is one of these things where just due to the limited production space of Tsuriami machines,
what kind of,
we couldn't even sample this. Like the design details we had, like for the yarn and like for the entire processes of this fabric, we were like, okay, this is what we're thinking. Can we do it? And they're like, yeah, but we basically have to make the bulk. Like, if you want to sample, like, it's going to take like so many months away, and then you're just not going to hit your delivery time. So we rolled the dice, and it came out exactly how we wanted it. So I'm very happy with it. I was
slightly nervous, but it came out, I think, I don't know if it was exactly, it might have been better than I thought. I don't know what I expected. But anyways, I'm very happy and excited about this release.
Sally Fox says, so exciting that you have these Suvin Gold shirts, and yes, a winning label. Well, thank you very much. What I'm really hoping for one day, I was talking about it yesterday. There's 2 things I'm hoping for from Sally. Is the Sally Fox cotton with the Sally Fox wool. So she has sheep. I want the wool cotton blend from Sally's farm. I want that, and then that Giza 45 you've got. So Giza 45 is one of these legendary. Like, you talk to anybody in the cotton industry, and they're just like, oh man, that Giza 45. It's a legendary cotton, and it's just not around. generally speaking, not around. And I know Sally's working on a batch of it, so maybe one day we'll be able to get some of this legendary cotton. And there was another thing, like, you know, I might have mentioned it before, but I was talking to Sally about it, but just sort of doing like a true vintage revival garment, but like going as far as like, yeah, we're gonna grow the cotton of the period, and that would be just tremendously, just I would say absurdly detailed, like to the point where like maybe it actually serves no real benefit other than the fact that you're like, yeah, we did it. We did it exactly the way, just to do it.
Yeah.
Just to see if we could. It's one of those things where it's like, is there a point? The point is to do it.
Right.
Beyond that, I don't know. Like, but I don't know. It's just one of these things that like it has my gears cranking. I'm like, that is cool. It just is cool. I don't know why, but
it is a difficult thing. I can't even be sure if that's possible. Like, you know, okay, like cotton, perhaps.
Right.
Perhaps. Spinning, perhaps.
Yeah.
After that, I have no idea. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean,
Yeah.
but it's like sometimes they think, you know, there's like these artists out there that make like fake like masterpieces, and they go to like sometimes like the way that the museums can tell that they're fake is like they like do some chemical analysis of the paints and things like that. And they're like, no, this paint has these too many metals or whatever in it, and these weren't available at that time, so this is definitely a fake. But like some people go to like the absolute extreme to like try to reproduce the paints and all that stuff of the time, and I'm like, man, you shouldn't sell this as a fake. You should just sell this as your own artwork because it's clearly good enough. It's clearly good enough. And if you went to that extreme, like that in itself is an art. Right?
Yes.
So,
yes.
Anyhow, it's
But
not my
again,
number one
like,
priority.
It is a very difficult thing because it's not only that, like, oh, it's like, you know, like cotton from this many years ago. And, you know, like you have to period match every step of the way. So it is like you have to kind of like pick a period where we can like, you know.
Well, yes. I think it boils down to the spinning mill, because the spinning mill has they have some vintage machines of I just don't know exactly what era it is, so we would have to figure that out and then find a cotton of that era and then maybe a sweatshirt or a t-shirt of that time, and then would be,
but also the knitting machine of that era, sewing machine of that era, which probably is going to be difficult as well. So I mean it's going to be
not easy.
Because if we're gonna do it, I want to do it all the way. All the way or nothing. Right. So it's gonna be. I don't know if a lot of it is not up to us. You know what I mean? Like if it's like sourcing is up to us, but you know whether it's available or not. If it's not available at all,
that's true.
Then that's
okay. Anyhow, this is on the like. It's not on the immediate to-do list, but it's in there in fantasy booking land. Like
it's just like it's like a ultimate side project.
Ultimate side project. It's not the moneymaker. This is the can we do it? But I have to say that in the can we do it phases of anything, you always learn a lot.
Yes.
And then
100%.
all of that trickles down into other products that you make. So that's also part of the fun of the can you do it? Can you make the fastest car in the world? All the car companies are trying to make all sorts of concept cars because that's where you learn a lot, and then I mean I think everybody knows that kind of stuff. So we'll think about it. We'll think about it. Okay, just an update for everybody. The LA Dodgers are up 1-0.
Oh,
I'm keeping an eye on the score over here.
They're really doing a great job of making it interesting.
This is an unbelievable series. I have to say, I watched 18 innings the other day, and it was a busy week, but probably because I spent 18 innings watching a baseball game that went on way too long.
A lot that day.
I was like packing boxes, and I'm like, huh? What's going on? Anyhow, it's very difficult to work with under that pressure.
Yes, just as much under pressure as those guys.
Absolutely, yeah. There's no question about it. Stephen Kopelkamp asks, so Sally's got that Giza, and then Sally responds, it's coming. Armando and Cameron came and... This is in response to the wool.
But
Sally
the wool
says...
it's
Yeah.
ready. Wow, that's
Okay. Sally says in response to the Giza, she says, yes, Stephen, I've been growing it since 2012 and am sort of crazy about it. So there we go. We might get Sally's Giza. We got to have
2012. It's like 13 years.
Right. It's been a while.
It's a long time.
But hey, you know what? We'll get it. And she says, and I grow way more Giza 45, so there will be some for you. Maybe only 100 or so pounds of fiber. So anyhow.
100 pounds. That's 50 kilograms.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll see. We'll see what we can do with that. Might be a very limited batch of something. But hey, if anyone's going to do it, we's going to do it. And then Sally says, as far as the wool is concerned, it's coming. Armando and Cameron came and baled the wool up so that we can ship it to be washed, so that we can send it to Taisho Boseki. There are many steps, and now most of them have been taken. Well, there you go. It's a coming. It's a coming, guys. But yeah, I think if you watch enough of these live streams, you just sort of get a real idea for how long some of these things can take.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a long process.
Right. But, it's a process that, even beyond, just say product planning, designing a collection, it's like, if you're in the fiber land, like fibers aren't always around. You know what I mean? You got to grow them. They have to be made. So, it's just an extra step that you have to really be considerate of when you're putting these things together. But I think that also sometimes when we do planning, it's not for a particular season, because we're like, okay, this is what we want to make, and then when we can make it, that's when we'll release it.
Yes.
Right.
And I think in the beginning of our brand, we were actually hoping that we would do that kind of, brand where we just like have no seasons. It's like we just have products and it's ready to be shown. It's going to be shown and then booked and we'll go production.
Yeah.
Like whichever time it is. In practice, that like I thought that was a great idea, because a lot of the times, especially sewing factories, like they get this bulk, because most brands out there would have 2 seasons.
Right.
Everybody's just working on the same schedule, so like there will be like ups and downs in the schedules. So I thought we would be ahead of everybody by doing that, but in practice, it's actually a lot harder. I think it makes more sense to split into seasons and kind of like work within that schedule. It's just, we try to...
Sometimes you try to buck the system and then you realize
it's like that
some of the system is there for a reason.
Yeah.
And like the seasonal stuff, like to a degree, I get it. It's just like, everyone's gears are... they're designed for that, right? For that cycle. And, we can certainly take advantage of like slow season. So if like we need to do restocks or things like that, if it's slow season at the factory, okay, like can we put this into production now? We could fill up some of your production space and it also helps us. But yeah, sometimes you just got to work within it. And I think,
and especially for us, because we have like, specific fabrics, and, it's not like a running fabric where like fabric mills have in stock all the time. So, we can't just kind of let them be, holding a fabric for us until like there's a dip in the sewing factory schedule and we can just throw it in, you know what I mean? Like it's just, there's so many steps that we can't have control over. So but for instance, like the Suvin Gold tees, like we weren't particularly working with
a season on for that one.
Exactly. So that was kind of why we were able to do things. I think in general, from the time that we decided on the particular yarn to use, I think it was very quick turnaround.
Okay.
Right? Don't you think?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Quick is sometimes anyhow. It's here now. That's all I know. It's like, speaking of quick, it's like with the socks and the knit caps, right? Like it actually took, those have been in planning for like quite a while. And then all of a sudden the samples came, and then like now everything's in the production phase.
Because the Christmas was coming. Yeah. Like we need to have this by Christmas, and we started kind of pushing.
Yeah, so those are coming. And for
Yeah.
maybe people who don't know, sorry, we've got some socks.
Yes, these are gonna make a perfect Christmas gift.
Yeah, so 3 different varieties of Foxfibre here, and this is going to be a nice melange yarn. I'm just going to turn the light down so it's not too overblown. And you can see we have 3 nice colors here available for you guys. And so we're going to have the Iron Mordant blend, and then this is the Coyote 80 blend, and this is the 30. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, Coyote 30.
Yeah.
So we actually don't use the 30 in like the t-shirts or anything like that. We use a 15, but the 15 might have been a little bit too light. So this way, it still makes a nice light brown, but it shows up a little bit more clearly. So we have 3 different colors here, and this is just the start of sort of the sock realm for us. So this is the idea here with socks and like other like accessories in general, is so that we can use some of the yarns that we use in like our other production, but in other ways, right? So that, you know, there's more than one way to enjoy these fibers, because, you know, a lot of what we do is talk about fibers, but, you know, there might come a point where you have enough t-shirts, or you might have enough sweatshirts or something like that, or maybe you just want something small that you can enjoy it with. So we'll try to make as many, you know, variety of products as we can using the yarns that we use.
And it's just this like I don't know, I don't know if you can tell, but this is just so like thick and, you know,
Flush.
so cozy.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's very chunky. Like you can wear these as like just home room socks.
That's what I'm gonna be doing this entire you know, cold season.
But I'm gonna wear these a lot. And I wear a lot of like boots where like you can definitely see the socks. So these are a little short, but, you know, with longer ones and like chunky, and they're gonna be great.
And they're gonna be coming in 3 sizes.
Yeah, 3 sizes.
Sizes.
Originally we thought 2, but we're gonna have 3 sizes. So like a small, medium, large situation, and we'll have all that sizing information on the website. So you're gonna know what size to buy for yourself, your friends, your family, whoever it is. It's gonna be a great Christmas present. And
but it's a sock, so you don't need to be worried about, you know, measurements and whatnot.
Right.
Like it's pretty versatile. I could wear a size small, or I could wear a size medium.
Yeah. So yeah, it'll we'll have it based on like your shoe sizes on the website. So it'll all make sense by the time these are ready to go. And then we also have and we decided with the Knitcap situation. So this has sort of been up in the air for a minute, but as far as the Knitcap goes, I'll change my hat. We're gonna go with the classics style Knitcap. So we're gonna have the Foxfibre, so just like that. And at one point we thought maybe doing like the mil spec like navy one was the way to go, but I think this is a little bit more more the speed of everybody, right? We had the 100% cotton version made, but it just lacks the bounce back that having a little bit of stretch does. So like these are going to have a little bit of stretch in there. You're going to want it, believe me, because the 100% cotton is nice, but by the end of the day, you're wearing this, it's falling off your head. It just doesn't hold on to your, is it cerveza? Cavasa? How do you say it?
I don't know.
I don't know it.
That I know that it's not cerveza.
It's not cerveza. Cabeza.
Is it?
Somebody who speaks Spanish in the chat, please correct my español, s'il vous plaît. Merci beaucoup. But yeah, it's these are coming. What color options are we gonna have here?
So this is the Fox 80, Coyote 80. We're gonna have that, and then we're gonna have the Iron Mordant, but not just regular Iron Mordant. It's gonna be iron sulfate.
Iron sulfate. So a slightly different version of an
because
iron
in the
mordant.
t-shirts and sweatshirts, they use the iron oxide,
right?
And for this, they use iron sulfate.
Yes.
Don't ask me the difference, but it will be a little bit darker in color.
Okay.
Yeah.
Than the typical Iron Morden that we've had before.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's a two Foxfibre colors.
Yeah.
And then we're also gonna have a Yak-blend.
Yak-blend. Okay, so the Yak-blend, we haven't talked too much about yak, but yak is something that we're going to sort of introduce a little bit more for fall 26. So this will be just an early preview of some of our commitment to yak. So cabeza.
Mi amigo.
All right, cabeza, mi amigo. Cabezad.
Just like that.
I like it. The Raven says cerveza is beer. Cerveza is beer. Cabeza, cerveza, cervezad.
Same thing.
I'm gonna master Spanish one day. Don't you worry, guys. But back to yak. Yak is going to be another material that we're going to explore more with fall winter 26. So you're going to see some really beautiful options there, and the yarn is gorgeous yarn. So I'm excited to show some of those things off. This looks wonderful on you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, there you go. So you can have one today, but this is our only sample.
I know. I'm not gonna keep it.
You can.
But this one looks great with denim, faded denim. Don't you think?
Yeah, I do think. I really do think. Meanwhile, Maxim says, today I wore my iron warranted Foxfibre sweatpants associated with a gun club tweed puffer jacket and pair of burgundy hiking boots. I got the impression everyone was looking at my pants. Foxfibre socks next. Well, there you go.
Yeah, we're all gonna be this group of people. We're all gonna be browned up.
Yeah, there's a lot of earth tones in this realm. I like it. Yeah, you know what? Like wearing like a tweed puffer jacket with those Iron Morden sweatpants. The Iron Morden sweatpants are like, they're pretty hardcore looking, I have to say. I just from far with the Iron Morden sweatpants, you could just tell that like that is not a regular sweatpant. That is some thick material.
Yeah,
And
our double heavyweight sweatpants is very like recognizable.
Yeah, you can tell. And anyhow, I'm glad you're enjoying them. We didn't make too many of those to begin with, but I'm glad that you've got one. You're enjoying it.
Yeah.
Jean-Francois says, I struggle to find the right time to ask this question. That's okay. A month ago, I saw cattail fiber when
Tail?
cattail?
It's a cattail.
I don't know. When pressing a wetland, could this fiber be used for knitwear? I don't know.
I don't know what
because I'm not sure what that is. But
this.
Oh, one of those things. They look like just show the picture. I didn't know what you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I never ever thought to like wonder what these were called.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know those things you see them in the marshes and stuff.
Yeah.
There are fibers in there, and they are a very fibrous material. I am not sure if that could be used for.
Yeah.
It's in our denim days we used a material called kapok, Kapok. Certainly that could probably be used for knitwear. I'm not sure. I don't know if anybody's ever. I'm sure maybe a hand spun or maybe a home sort of thing.
It is used,
but commercially.
In composites. What is a composite?
Like a plastic?
Okay. Insulation and high performance sorbent for oil spills and water purification. It sounds like the fiber is not
maybe
very
it's not
long.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So anyhow, we'll I don't know. I've never considered it. But that is a good question.
Like this is composite?
Oh, I guess
Is it?
Well, it might. That's like a
like a what do you call it? Like a
fiberboard.
You see this all the time. And
but that's wood. That's just like pressed wood chips.
Yeah, but they're
maybe they make things like that.
Like
okay,
this. Maybe it's not the puff part, but like the stems.
I
don't know anything about it.
Yes. I don't know. BD says, do you have the prices locked in for the socks and hats? Not yet. Not yet. But soon.
Yes.
Soon. But I do have to say, one thing to note is that the Japanese yen right now, all-time low.
Yeah.
All-time low. Like,
It's similar to like how like earlier this year it was just like, almost at 160 yen for a dollar.
Yeah.
Where I think kind of getting back to like we kind of stabilized at like 150.
Yeah, which is also pretty low generally,
Yeah.
but it's at an all-time low right now. So like,
It's not a bad time to buy.
yeah,
on the
shopping
website.
on our website is a good time because it is.
I'm getting really
You're getting a discount without anyone getting a discount.
yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like your
don't
money.
lose
I don't lose money, and you're gaining
Yeah.
more. So is somebody losing here? I don't know, but anyhow, I get what I asked for, and you pay what we asked for, but you're paying less than what you might have paid if the currency was worth more. So I don't know. Maybe the bank somewhere's. I'm not going to cry too much for them. I don't know how that all works, but the bottom line is, if you're shopping around now, you're saving a little bit more money than you might have otherwise at a different time. So, or traveling to Japan right now, great time.
Yes.
So definitely take advantage of that. And for all the people who have come, I mean, we say it. I think we say it every week. Just so many people coming by. We really appreciate all the traffic that we've been getting here in our little showroom here in Osaka.
Yeah.
So
and everybody's like, it's the energy.
we're not in Osaka. We're in Yokohama. What is
I don't know
why I said that? My brain.
But
early.
yeah, it's the energy that our customers bring. It's wonderful. It's just been like, our warehouse is our warehouse. A lot of the times we can't control how when exactly the shipments arrive and whatnot. So it is definitely like chaos all the time. But whenever we get a guest, it's a wonderful distraction from the hard labor.
Yeah, it's true.
Boxes.
Yeah, sometimes they'll come in and there's like literally boxes just like piled
Everywhere.
up to the sky.
Yeah.
And
so this is why we're not a store. We call this a showroom.
yeah,
It's barely a showroom at this point. It's more of a warehouse.
Mm.
But it's just we like having people over here.
Yeah.
It's fun.
it is a lot of fun. And we get to learn about where everybody's come from and like where people have discovered us. I think in the last live stream I asked people like where and how they discovered Wonder Looper.
Right.
And like there was a bunch of different answers. I have to apologize again. Like I usually try to like answer all the comments like by like Monday, Tuesday, but it just slipped past me this week. So if I didn't answer your comment last week, I will eventually get to it. But it's just people from so many different places, and like this creator's video, that creator's video. I was just
Like searching for heaviest
bingo.
t-shirts
I
or-
just went down a rabbit hole and I found you guys. So however way you found us, we really appreciate you guys being here and letting us know also, because it is generally it's very like it. I'm very curious to know how people find us, because sometimes it just. I would say that sometimes people come in and they're like, they have like, they have the raw denim jeans, they got the boots, and like, they're very much like, I feel like in like the scene, right? Like they're in the rugged wear scene, heritage wear scene, that sort of thing. And then some people are like a lot more like contemporary casual. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, how'd you find us? And they're like, oh, I was just, researching like, the best tees. And I found out about you guys. I decided to come by. I was going to be in Japan. And like, I have to say that oftentimes some of those guys like, they're like a lot in the tech world. A lot of because I find the tech guys are very like
spec oriented.
Yeah, very. A lot of us are, but those guys maybe more so in a way. And another thing that I've, especially this time of year, because we just packed up a shipment for a company, but like we get a lot of like tech companies that like want to buy staff presents, and so sometimes you might find like and I mean they're outfitting their whole staff. And so like they'll buy like 100 t-shirts at a time or something like that. So like every now and then like we'll get orders like that. So it's kind of interesting because it's often always like these tech companies that are like, oh, obviously somebody's in charge of like maybe the corporate gift giving or like that kind of stuff, and they're just like they're doing their research like
but like a lot of the times when the it's a startup or whatever, like
Right.
they're very much like the people who are the brain and like behind the operation, they're also the ones who are picking like, oh, I like this, I want to give it to everybody,
Yes.
and they're making that decision. And obviously they're not really the ones who are like emailing us and whatnot, but like
sometimes it's like the leader or like the founder of a company, and they're like, well, I found this t-shirt and like not all my staff need to have it.
Yeah.
And so
yeah
it is interesting.
yeah
Like people really find us in a lot of different ways. And every now and then, and just in case people are curious, this is just another request that we get, is that like we get a lot of like corporate companies. Like the other day, like some like mega luxury watch company reached out, and they were like, I think they were looking for embroidery. And so somehow they found us, and they found chain stitch embroidery, and they were like, can you embroider our logo on your t-shirts for like, we have like a bunch of like select clients that we want to like send a t-shirt to. And the problem is like whenever we get that kind of request, like they think they like our hand chain stitch embroidery style, but then they also want to translate like their like perfect logo into an embroidery, and it just doesn't work that way. And I have to sort of explain it like, no, like what we can do is like this cursive style, or maybe we can find some sort of thing. But like they're like, sometimes it doesn't work, because sometimes what they're really looking for is like, what you might find on like a polo t-shirt or something, like a machine embroidered a logo, and like very small and fine. And it's like, your logo is like, it might be like four, like, a couple of words, like it's not going to fit on one line,
right?
Like the way you're picturing it,
and it's just it needs to be big in order for it to be like really precise. It needs to be a big embroidery, and I can't do a big embroidery in bulk. Like,
it's gonna take
it's gonna take forever. And here's what my thought always goes to, like with the Yokohuri machine, which is like the Skajan embroidery. That works a lot like a computerized, it's basically that, but like handled and moved by a person, controlled by a person, right? So it's got the hand operated thing, but also you can do a small precision kind of like graphic or letters with that. So
also, just speaking on that, so this is just that other embroidery style we were talking about, like the kind that they use to make those Japanese souvenir jackets. So with chain stitch embroidery, it's like a loop stitch that goes, like a loop, and then you have this little crank at the bottom of the machine where you have to sort of control where
it's like drawing with
direction.
a marker, right? Like chain stitch is like thicker yarns, and it creates chains, so it's more like drawing with a kind of like a marker, so it cannot do the details so well. Whereas the other embroidery, it's more like you're drawing with like a fine pencil.
So that style is something that we've always been interested in, and I think at some point we will buy a machine, and maybe in Risa's spare time, which she has none of, by the way, she might pick that up. But we recently found that there's like a distant relative, cousin, I don't know,
but
somebody in the family,
a connection to a person who does that professionally. So we might, contact him. Like I haven't done anything about it, but like we might contact them and see what
we can learn. So there's we have a little bit of an in now.
Perhaps.
Just at least perhaps maybe perhaps we'll see. But hey, it's better than nothing. We
it's
know
not like it's my cousin.
Right. The bottom line is that we know of a guy.
Yes.
We know of a guy. So we might learn a little bit more about that, and who knows? Maybe one day we'll have that style embroidery available. Maybe it won't be done by Risa. Maybe it will be done by Risa. I don't know.
We'll see. I mean, if I can outsource this, I wouldn't mind this.
One thing I wanted to buy just for convenience sake, there's a machine like this, the Tajima embroidery machine.
Yes.
So there's this company called Tajima here in Japan, and they make like these computerized embroidery machines. It's the kind of stuff that maybe like you go to like any print shop in America, you go to Lids or one of these stores that can make a custom hat for you, and you can import a design and it can do the stitching with like different machines can handle a different amount of like color threads.
Yeah.
So I thought it might be a good idea to buy one of these and have it here in the studio, and then maybe have a bunch of like designs.
Yeah, already preloaded. You know, like
Right.
the yarns are preset, so
Yeah.
like we can just kind of quickly, just like, you know, if we go to you know, like custom embroidery
Yeah.
events at like, you know, Uniqlo or whatever,
Right.
like you just go there and you get it done. That kind of setup, it's it might be useful.
Right. It's different from chain stitch embroidery, but if you want like a pre-made, like, you know, if you just want your shirt to say Japan, or maybe have, yeah, I don't know, a zodiac sign, something like that. You know what I mean? Something that is personal, but we could also customize it to some degree.
So I think like those machines would be kind of cool to have, like, especially to cater to these, like, you know, more bulk orders.
Sure. Or if you have a particular design in mind.
Yeah. But I also don't necessarily know if there's a high demand for that kind of things. Because, you know, our t-shirts are already, like, it's not like we're dealing with, you know, $30 t-shirts. So.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. But anyhow, I thought, number one, I don't have the room for it here.
Yeah.
I realized that because, like, we have a laser cutter back there that we wanted to use to, like, cut felt so that we could make felt patches. And
we've been talking about this forever.
Yeah, we bought the machine. We had it set up in our house, and it was like, you know, we were like, okay, once we get the studio, we can have a nice place for it and get it all. I don't have the room for it. So, like, it's just been sitting in the box for months, and
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure that.
That's already in a position.
Yeah, that's easier because the Tajima machine is like the size of a small car. Like, it's standing up. Like, it is a big machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to take a good amount of room, so I don't have a lot of room in here at this point. Anyway, we'll see. But it is one of those future potential projects. You know, Don Chaka says Wonder Looper along the back neck line would be good. Yeah, just to run back there maybe, or something on the sleeve. Yeah, you know, all kinds of little things. I think there's a lot of options there, but anyhow, it's just on the future. Steve Kopelkamp says, will the wife respecters be a 2026 drop, or are we waiting or planning for 27? That's going to be 27, spring 27.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
There's no way we're
Yeah.
add it to
I can't add that right now.
spring
But
26.
yeah, wife respecters are going to become a thing that we will definitely give that one a try.
Yes. We want to.
We want to. Yeah. And then what else has been going on? I feel like we covered a lot of it in like yesterday's video, and then now there's this. So I feel like there's a bit of a lack of updates because I already kind of spilt the beans in a lot of ways. But
but I actually really like the idea of that, because I know that, like, you know, watching a 2-hour live stream is not an option for a lot of people.
Right.
But if we concise our updates within, you know, what, 10
long
minutes?
and short videos, then you might be able to catch up with everything as you wish. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else we might have covered, what we might not have covered. Now maybe this is the great time to ask the base ad rant question and get me on some sort of unhinged.
What's going on with the game? What happened?
What's going on with the game? I think the Jays are down. It's 3-1. So that's what's going on right now. It's okay. There's plenty of game left. It's only the bottom of the fourth. Boris asks, and this is a good question: waffle-lined hoodies. I'm down for some waffle-lined hoodies. I like waffle-lined hoodies. This is the other thing. At home, I have all my props, and so like somebody might say, "Hey, what about this?" And then I could run to the back and like grab something. I love waffle. I have some waffle-lined hoodies at home, some old ones, and I would like to someday make a waffle-lined hoodie. If people don't know what that is, it's like there are like these really cool hoodies where they're two faces of fabric, and so you have the jersey sort of fabric on the outside, and then you will have a waffle interior, and then it's just like a two-piece construction hoodie, and I think that would make a very, very cool hoodie. I really like those. Mm-hmm. They're typically zip. I think if we would make them, I would only make it in a zip hoodie. I don't see the reason to make it in anything else. But I could see a waffle-lined zip hoodie one day. Yeah.
One day.
Was there any 3/4 zip? How do you feel about those?
So this is like really like more than a year down, minimum 2 years down the line kind of things. But we talked about the production meeting, and we found, we were shown a very nice fabric that is potentially maybe not as is,
material.
but yes, like potential. It's just like kind of like everything, kind of clicked in our heads. It's like this fabric with that kind of like, okay, I'm a very much of a grew up with LL Bean in my life kind of girl, so I always like that, like, the half. It wasn't zip with LL Bean mostly, but it was like a half buttoned, kind of pull over fleece jacket.
Okay.
Things. I always love that, and maybe we can make a premium version of something like that.
Right.
With natural materials.
Right.
I'm kind of excited about that idea.
Okay.
Because, like right now we do make heavyweight hoodies, and like our double heavyweight zip hoodie, for example, it could easily be a jacket, but it's not. It's still a hoodie.
Right.
It's not really a jacket. Now we're talking about jacket world.
Right, jacket world. And then the other thing that we actually didn't mention is that we're working towards our first shirt.
Yes. Well,
yeah.
Yes, we should be working.
Yeah, so that's something, like the fabric is in development right now. And so it's going to be a sort of Melton-y style material. And we want to make sort of a heavyweight but cozy flannel. So that is something in the works, and it will feature yak. And some people are asking, like, why yak? Why yak? Why yak? Because I think yak's cool. It's something that you don't really see a lot of, and it has similar properties to wool. And if you don't support the yak, who will? Right? If you're not the person who is patronizing the only Lebanese restaurant in town,
yeah, it'll all be salad bars.
That's it. So, yak, I really like. Number one, I think the color. Once we have sort of the fibers to show you, I might have some down there.
I think we have some down there.
Here, I'll find it.
Okay.
Yeah. Beautiful fiber.
Yes, and it's also like, because most of the yak is like dark brown, like almost black kind of color. So the fiber doesn't need to be dyed. It's similar in that way to Foxfibre. The color, that natural color is beautiful. That it you don't want to dye it. You want to use it as is. And on top of that, they have a very, very, very small amount of white-haired yak, and white yak is like so much more expensive. I don't know what the ratio was, but it's a lot more expensive because it's a lot rarer. And
yak.
Yeah.
So yeah, the white yak is ridiculously expensive.
Yeah.
And
which is kind of the interesting, because I want to use this, brown yak.
Yeah.
Dark brown yak for its color, because it's really got a beautiful brown. It is a very nice color. And the thing about what we learned from
it's almost black even.
Exactly,
right.
That's what I said. It's like a very dark chocolate kind of color. And what we learned from using Foxfibre in our fabrics is that like natural color is so nuanced. It's so different from dyeing. Like you can target this color and create a dye and dye it. It's not gonna come out the same. It doesn't have the depth of the natural colors. So I'm very excited to use that as is, but also there's a white yak, and if there's a like more rare
hey, are you
after fiber version of that, like we have to use it, right? So this is the white yak.
Yeah. If somebody says difficult, we're just drawn towards it for some reason.
I mean, that's human nature, I think.
Oh, this one's rare. Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, it's more expensive. Why is that?
Oh, and very limited supply. Oh my goodness. Let's just keep going down this road and make complications for our lives. So That's why we
so
like
that's-
yak.
yeah.
So this blended with cotton. So the idea is that we're going to blend this with cotton, so like an ultimate Pima and a Foxfibre.
Foxfibre.
So we're gonna have like
Undyed,
yeah.
like, yeah.
So it's gonna create some beautiful tones.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Exactly.
Yak-exactly. Somebody said we should call this stream section "Yakking About Yak." So yes, there's gonna be a lot of yakety yakking about yak in the coming months. So we will have some very cool products for you, knits, and we'll have our first shirts. I think you're gonna like our shirts. I think you're gonna like
we
it.
can make it.
We can make it. We can make
You
it.
gotta work on it.
Yeah. So, Alan says, "How about alpaca?" I'm happy with alpaca too. I have nothing against the alpacas.
Yeah.
In fact, do I have any alpaca right here? I don't. But what I do have is camel.
Yes.
So I would say that maybe at some point this could also be a fun one to do. Some camel, because camel has some beautiful fibers as well as some very, very beautiful colors. So I'm certainly not opposed to taking advantage of some camel fiber.
Mm-hmm.
That's you know what, we have a camel blanket
From West Germany.
Yeah.
It is
So-
from West Germany. Like,
So
it's kind of cool.
it's very neat. It's not something you see every day, but it certainly was something that was, I would say more prevalent in days past.
Yeah.
So I think we could maybe do some revivals
Right.
with some camel.
Yeah.
So we're
And yak is like, the reason why we like yak is not just the color, but also, it does have the woolen material benefits, right? Like it keeps you warm and, it insulate you. And it's obviously natural thing. But also like, I just find it like more interesting because they don't like, like wool is like it's used in a lot of usage, so it's a little bit more like industrialized like process, right? Like it's a lot more like super large scale. You just bring in the sheep and like shear the sheeps and whatnot. Which there's nothing wrong with that, but like I think it's more interesting. Yak, like they comb it, kind of like cashmere. They comb the fur.
to comb the hair.
Yeah.
Yes.
To get the fiber. So it's a different kind of process, and I find it kind of interesting. I still have to learn a lot more about it, but I find it more intriguing because it's just not used as much and not talked about as much.
Right. So it's again, it's just we're so much drawn to that, and so
Yeah.
with these natural colors, these natural fibers, and something that's a little bit unique and different, like we're gonna go in that direction pretty much every time. Alan says, imagine a flannel blend from camel, alpaca, yak, so that it has cool earth tones that are all natural colored fiber.
Yeah. If we get into the world of wovens,
Yeah.
that's definitely one of those things we have to
Yeah.
be doing. It is going to be difficult to mix different fibers,
Right.
but but it is possible, and to kind of create a plaid pattern or stripe pattern or whatever using.
Imagine the plaid pattern with all the different, the fibers coloring it all.
Cool.
So that would be very, very cool. Sally had a sort of plaid item that was made with all the different colors of her cotton.
Yes.
And I thought that was
Cotton.
fantastic.
Yes.
So if you're into the natural color world, this is going to be it. Boris says Noah's mix. If you did that, Noah's mix, like Noah's Ark. We're gonna put all the animals on a boat, and we're gonna make some. We're gonna make some stuff. The petting zoo flannel. Just the way it is. I like it. So Noah's mix. I kind of like that. That's a good funny name. If we did something like that. Get some giraffe in there. Who knows? We get some
Zebra.
We'll get some horn buttons on that. Some mother of pearl somehow. I don't know. We got to figure. All of nature has to provide everything. Nature's bounty. That's it. Alan says, please do it. Look, if anyone's gonna do it, we's gonna do it. Steven says, a request for the eventual flannel, ecru cotton, Foxfibre green, Foxfibre plaid.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, that fabric exists. So, but we, obviously, if we ever get into that world, we will definitely work on our own version.
The material we're using is not a woven. It's going to be
knit.
It's going to be knit. It's going to look like Melton, but it's going to be knit.
Yeah. So we haven't stepped out of that. The reason why we never really made a shirt, like per se colored shirt, was because we kind of stick to the knit world this time, and but we did kind of look into like maybe like certain knit fabrics can be made into shirts. It's just a matter of like just putting it into a shape,
right?
So, well, I think people are gonna like this because this knit fabric already has a natural stretch to it. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit more comfortable. Yeah, and it'll
feel like a blanket.
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna feel like a blanket. Yeah. The other thing that we also found the other day were actual blanket materials, and I like with the indigo blanket stripe French terry. You guys know that that was pretty much a one and done run, right? So for next season, the plan is, and it's not in full execution, but anyway, it's in development right now. But it will be a indigo exterior, fox interior. So we're gonna keep the brown, but we're gonna keep the brown 100% cotton, and we're gonna keep the brown naturally colored. So that's the plan. Now, the outside yarns are still going to be indigo dyed. There might be some tweaks with the yarn sizes just to balance everything out. So the mill's working on that right now. So the future of the indigo sweatshirt will continue, but it will continue in a slightly different form. Sans, not Comic Sans, but without the blanket stripe.
Comic Sans is also without.
There you go. Yeah. Right. Yeah, there you have it. Somebody says go Blue Jays, which means something good probably just happened. I'm not sure. My app hasn't updated yet, but I'm sure it will. But go Blue Jays. Go Blue Jays. What was I saying? I got distracted. Sans. So sans. What was sans? What? Something without. I have no idea what I was talking about.
Without the
blanket. So blanket stripe. So yeah, the next version will be the sweatshirt without the blanket stripe. But we did find some really neat like 100% wool blanket materials, and I'm like, man, we should make some blankets because I like blankets. I don't know why. I don't know if we're gonna make. We're not a blanket company.
Blankets, but yes.
Yeah. Anyhow, I wanted to see how we can maybe incorporate, because my dream for that blanket stripe sweatshirt was that we could update the blankets to different blankets over time, right? Mm-hmm. Different patterns. Every culture, every country around the world, they have all of their blankets, patterns, things like that we could have maybe tried to incorporate in that indigo sweatshirt. I thought that would be really, really neat. So it's not just incorporating like denim world, blanket lined jackets, but it could have also incorporated like cultural blankets, patterns, that sort of thing, to like highlight all of those things and those beautiful things. So I don't know. Anyways, I saw a beautiful blanket the other day, and I'm like, man, it'd be cool to make some blankets, but maybe I'm not the guy to do that.
Well, maybe we're not there yet.
Maybe we're not there yet. Maybe that's it. We just have... Look, I did earlier in the... I probably haven't mentioned in a long time, but I had a dream that we would be bigger than Apple. Wonderlooper bigger than Apple. And so maybe along that pathway, we'll have some more home goods, blankets, things like that.
Don't hold your breath, but...
No, it's a bad idea. Don't hold your breath. You don't have to.
You need oxygen.
Yeah, it's going to happen. You don't need to hold your breath. It's just going to happen, right? Alain says, I would love a Persian blanket lining. There you go. Uh-huh. Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
A multicultural connection. That's it.
It's going to be like so heavy and tough.
No, it'd be beautiful. Beautiful Persian rug on the inside of your jacket. It's gonna be great. I love it.
Rug lined.
Yeah, rug lined jacket. Steven says, I think it'd be cool to bring back the reversible sweatshirt. I'm going to do some contrast super loopers. So there'll be a body and then a contrast stripe, where the ribbing is. And so
our ribbing is here.
Right. Here. Oh, right. Not here. Right. It'll be here, not here. But there will be some contrast stripes. I think that could be kind of neat to do. Yeah. Anyhow, make it very, very like tracksuit sporty. That could be a lot of fun. We'll see. And then the one thing that we did the other day was we went and visited because we want to make some of our colors look a little bit more vintage. That's one thing that we want to achieve. So we visited a wash house and just to learn a little bit more about that. So there's a couple of different ways that they can like vintagize a sweatshirt, because another thing that we want to do is everything that we make, I want to rinse wash it just to get all that shrinkage out. Some of the t-shirts that we make, like the Tsuriami tees, the double heavyweights, the ELS, those are pre-washed.
Currently, the Foxfibre Tsuriami.
Oh, right, Foxfibre. But the Ultimate Pima is not.
Is not.
But it will be. Next season's batch will be. So, like, we're moving towards, like, just rinse washing everything. And, like, next season's Super Loopers, for example, are going to be rinse washed. I want to get rid of all the shrinkage, right? Because even though there's, in some of, like, whenever we make a product, like, our shrinkage rates are, like, generally, like, in the acceptable range, 3 to 5%. Like, nothing that's going to, like, dramatically change the fit in any sort of like major way, and anything that like it does shrink, like you can just stretch it back out anyways. But again, there's enough questions about it that I'm just like, if we just rinse wash everything, there's no more questions about it. Like the measurements that we have on the website that's what you're gonna get. Of course there's some variances here and there, but like that's generally what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
So
my only concern with that is that like double heavyweight French tail.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot too. It's such a
a heavy garment. It's like it's hard to dye it already.
Yesterday we're just like opening boxes, and some of the larger sizes, I think large or extra large and up, like they could only put 6 garments in the box, full size box, and it's just like this is so heavy. It's just so much cotton, and so washing it, as a garment, it might see, its own kind of problem there.
We're gonna find out.
Yeah.
We're gonna see. But the idea is that, look, if I can, if like, let me put it to you this way: if it is like technically too challenging to rinse wash the double heavyweight, that might be the only like outlier in that case. But generally speaking, I want to get to the point where like, everything's just pre-washed, pre-shrunk. You don't have to worry about it. It is the size that you get is the size that it's going to be, right? So that's just a little bit of thing that we're working on. But like the wash house that we went to, like they do that kind of stuff, but they also do like vintage washes and things like that. So there's ways to do it with water. There's ways to do it with other methods. So we're just sort of exploring that, because sometimes I feel like with some of our sweatshirts, I really want to, like, there's a vibrancy, but then I also like the vibrancy that's a little bit muted, right? And that's something that you can get, like, if once it's been, like, in your home, you've watched it, like, 20 times, like, it sort of dulls the color down, but sometimes I just want that to be the start, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's just something that we're exploring for future productions as well. So there's a lot of things in the, just a lot of things in the work.
A lot of things.
Boris says, do you know the term drug rug? I sure do. You know what I mean? It's those ponchos that I don't think kids don't wear those anymore, huh? When I was a kid, like those were very popular.
Was it?
Yeah, a lot of kids wore those.
I feel like, in certain areas, certain communities wear them, but like not so much as like, like that style is not really maybe a popular thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen somebody wear one of those in a long time. Maybe you're right. Maybe certain pockets, Somebody says that like Portland is like the 90s still. Maybe somewhere in
Yeah,
Portland.
somewhere in Portland. I would imagine, like, in some parts of Los Angeles, like, people just wear that still.
Maybe. But yeah, I do know the term, Mr. Boris, and I don't think we're ever going to make one. But, sorry, I interrupted you.
I just wanted to mention, like, a bunch of questions came up about Sea Island cotton t-shirts in the future. Again, I mean, we just, like, talked about we just did the new thing with Suvin Gold. Ultimate Pima, Suvin Gold, or Suvin cotton in general, and Sea Island cotton, they're all like extra long staple fiber cotton. But with that said, like Ultimate Pima and Suvin, they both have the roots with
Sea Island
cotton
Yeah.
jeans.
All of the long staple varieties all derive from Sea Island varieties.
So there's somehow somewhere it's in there.
Yeah.
So that's one thing, but also, again, like even between Ultimate Pima and the Suvin Gold, we just kind of like have this very niche world of like same concept, slightly different, execution with slightly different materials. I mean, I wouldn't say it's slightly. I mean, it's different, but it's similar. Known for similar features, contain similar features. So it's just it definitely comes down to like, do we need 3 exactly same concept t-shirts and just
or similar it does it might fill up the plate a little bit, but
with that said, like I think somebody said like it's technically Sea Island cotton. I wouldn't say it's technically a Sea Island cotton just because Ultimate Pima has Sea Island cotton roots. It's a different variety of cotton at this point, but
yeah, maybe anyhow at some point Sally can come in and give us the whole genealogical breakdown,
right? Because like even Sea Island cotton, it's go through different like, what do you call this, like generations.
Just evolutions, I guess. Yeah.
So like at one point would you be like changing the name? It's own thing, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know how technically that's.
You know what? When we have Sally's, Sally's segment, we will make a Sally segment, and maybe if there's like some deep-rooted cotton conversations with Sally.
Okay.
Then
that's a mouthful.
That's a mouthful. Anyhow, we'll try to get the real hard technical questions answered. Some of those are beyond our pay grade, and we're still learning a lot about the DNA, basically, like getting really into like the technical differences of like cotton varieties and how one name develops separately from a different name of cotton, and like how they're a lot of the genes, like we said before, are like intertwined, and like what makes one variety so much different than this variety. So those are things that we're still getting our grips on. But as far as like the physical qualities and like the differences that you can feel and see, like those are a little bit more apparent to us, but like how and why they are so different, like expressing those characteristics, those things are not something I can easily answer.
Sally says, I'll make a video about it. I have the original tropical sea island and the descendants of it starting from the 1860s and on.
There you go.
That is 1860s.
What a resource. See?
That's insane.
There you go. So we'll have Sally's input on these sorts of things.
That'd be awesome. We'll definitely share that video.
Yeah. Okay, Stephen Kobelcam, just blend Suvin, Pima, and Sea Island into one fabric. That way you can make everyone happy with just one garment. I like the way you're thinking there, actually. Put it all in. It's all the best. It's just like, the debate is over. It's all here.
All-star.
Yeah, it's the all-stars.
ELS t-shirt. Yeah, that just sounds like very expensive.
It's just like surf and turf. You put it all on the plate.
Yes.
You can't complain. You got it all. It's all right here, right? I like that. That's actually a very good idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
Even if we ever make that shirt, I'm gonna send you one. There you go. You've earned it. But that's a great idea. That would be awesome. Okay, it's just something to think about. Just do it. Make
Yeah.
everyone happy. And
If anybody's willing to do that. Yeah. We'll see.
we'll see.
I'm gonna say though, it's gonna be more expensive than 100% of anything, in single yarn.
Probably.
Yes.
Yeah,
Definitely.
but the more specialized you get, that's just what happens. But you know what? Who cares? Just we're gonna do it.
All right.
Yeah. Sorry, I got my eye on the game a little bit over here as well. Just to score. The Holy Trinity T-shirt.
Yeah.
Yes. What's the Raven says? What's your guys' favorite color in the entire Wonder Looper collection?
Ooh.
Tough one. Tough question. What do I wear the most? T-shirt wise, I probably wear. Oh, I don't know. Like, it's all seasonal. Like, I guess I wear a lot of white T-shirts. So whether it's the white ELS, the white double heavyweight, or the white ultimate Pima, those get worn a lot. And then I don't wear black, not because I don't like black, but because of the cats. If we didn't have pets, then I probably would wear black a lot more.
Or if we had black-haired cats, we probably would have worn less white
Right.
than black.
Yeah. But
I think I know the answer to this question.
I find that in the winter I wear my fleeced Foxfibre hoodie a lot, and my double heavyweight Foxfibre hoodie a lot. Those get worn a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think
it's impossible to answer.
Color-wise,
Yeah.
I think my absolute favorite is the Iron Mordant Fox 80, Fox 70. Like that color,
That
I
color's
think
very
it's,
handsome.
It's very handsome, and obviously I like the original Fox color, but that color, I think, I don't know, it's easier for me, maybe my skin tone or hair color or whatever, but it's just easier for me to incorporate that into my wardrobe. So that is definitely my favorite colorways just in general. But out of the colors that we created, like we, haven't dyed, I think I'm gonna say that the
Marigold?
the marigold.
Yeah, that was a
color.
very nice
marigold
one.
was
Yeah.
really, really good. But I also really love that dark green
Yes.
that we retired.
Yeah.
And that we did in
A lot of people ask us these kinds of questions. What's your favorite? What's your favorite? And it's like, you're picking children. You know what I mean? Like, I always make this analogy, but it's like you're picking children. And it's like, it's hard to pick your favorite one. Maybe you have a favorite one. I know all the parents out there, you have a favorite kid. We know. I know who my mom's favorite child is.
Yeah, but she had 3 to pick from.
Yeah, but it's obviously me. But the point is, it's hard to pick.
It
right?
is hard to...
Because we made them all, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But also, it is even harder when you have, 40 colors to pick from.
That's true.
It's...
Last night, somebody was messaging me, and they were like, what's your favorite Naked and Famous jean? And I'm like, man, even when we were there, like, people would always ask, what's your favorite? I'm like, it's hard. It's hard to pick.
Yeah.
And
because it's also what you wear the most. It's not. Is it the favorite because you wear it the most, or is it not because it's it's just so basic?
I feel like the jeans that I wear the most must be my favorite because I wear them the most, right? But at the same time, sometimes I have something that's so nice that maybe I don't wear it as much as I should, right? I baby it too much.
Yeah.
Right? But
it's not as versatile, perhaps.
Maybe.
I don't know.
It's tough. That's a very tough question. And my answer to the person last night, I was like, I don't know, man. If I had to pick one, and then I obviously didn't pick one. I threw one out, and then I'm like, I said, oh, maybe MIJ3 when we made those green casting. I really like those. I wore those a lot. Then I'm like, oh, yeah, MIJ10 was a good one. And then I'm like, but Dirty Fade and Left Hand Twill were the ones I wore the most, probably. So I'm like, maybe it's those. And he's like, I just asked for one. And I'm like, I don't know. I can't answer that.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Because I also like feel like the reason I like Marigold is because like, you know, I can't just get it from any other brand.
Right.
I like that specific shade of, you know, yellow,
That
orange
golden
kind
yellow,
of
yeah.
color, and it's not all that like available. So, you know, black I can get it from. Not that I would buy from another brand at this point, but like it's available all the time.
Sure.
So I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it's those special items that really, you know, you cherish a little bit more. But yeah, it's a good question, but a hard question. And I'm almost certain. I am certain that every time that question is going to be asked, I'm going to give a different answer.
Oh, yeah.
So it just depends on the day of the week, the month of the year. So yeah, it's a good, excellent question. But like, even for you people in the audience, like, how do you feel about like what do you consider your favorite item? Like, what are your favorite boots? Or the ones that you wear the most, or the ones that you just think are the most beautiful that you maybe you don't wear them so much, right? You know,
I definitely wear white t-shirts over anything else,
right?
Like, in terms of frequency, but is that like a favorite item? I don't know. Maybe.
And like, I like wearing. You know what? Here's a good one. Like the ringer tee, the Foxfibre ringer tees that we're coming out with for spring. I love that t-shirt. I think it's fantastic. Like I wear it. It's very light. It's like for the summer. It's great. But it's not an everyday tee. Right? But I love that t-shirt. I think it's great. Just for people maybe don't know. Oh. Like, these are really fun to wear. They're fun to wear.
It's fantastic. And it's very, cozy. It's
very
lightweight
cozy.
And it's stretchy and comfortable. I actually like this t-shirt. I think I'm excited about this t-shirt more than I'm excited about white t-shirt. Like Ultimate Pima White, for example. We've had this for a long time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
For me, I'm looking forward to wearing with this is like flared jeans, like some 70s style jeans,
Like
and just
a
like
lighter faded.
and just going really retro with this, and like having a great retro outfit day, wearing these. So I love this. Is it my favorite t-shirt in the world? I don't know. I don't know.
It's also depend on the time that you ask us. Like we're excited about different things, and I don't know.
Okay, what does the audience say? What are we saying about this?
I think the Raven says, I think my favorite applies to what I wear the most.
Right. I feel that way. But I guess we have different feelings about different things also, you know? You love the t-shirt that you wear the most. Sometimes, I would also say that sometimes there's like garments that like are in my own wardrobe that I feel like they're my comfort items. Like I go to certain items all the time. Like I will wear it. I literally have t-shirts. They're not from ours, but like they're so. I've probably had these for like 10 or 15, maybe more. Like
you think?
Yeah, they're shredded. Like there's nothing to.
So many. Like I stopped counting the holes.
But sometimes I wear them at home because like they're just comfortable, and even though there's I can't wear. If I wore these out, they'd think I'm homeless. Like it was.
You can't even go to a convenience store down the street in this. That is not allowed.
But I just feel like here's this like comfort T-shirt that I have, and it's like stained. It's terrible. But I also wear it to do like anything in the house that requires me to like it is something that I'm about to do going to damage the clothes that I'm going to wear. Maybe throw that t-shirt on. So, if I'm cooking, I don't want oil stains or whatever. Like, if I'm doing anything, that's the t-shirt that goes on. And it's just like the crash test dummy t-shirt that I have, and it just goes through everything. Yes. And at some point, it needs to be retired because
you have so many other t-shirts that could be that t-shirt. I understand you don't want to wear Wonder Looper t-shirt to have weird stains and whatnot, but like you have other t-shirts that are in relatively good condition.
Yeah, that could be that t-shirt too. It's true. There's definitely something. So anyhow, is that my favorite t-shirt? I don't know, but it's like it's my crash test dummy. So I think we all have some pieces like that in our wardrobes that like they're maybe not your cherished or your most favorite or like your most beautiful garment that you own, but it is something that you cling to for one reason or another.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. We've got Strictly. Am I reading that? Strictly Rice-san. Strictly Rice-san says
Sticky.
Sorry, I didn't wear my glasses today. Orange Super Looper Home Depot exclusive is obviously the best. LOL. Home Depot, give us a call.
Yes, I wish they're
Yeah,
they're gonna.
that'd be cool. We'll have their little jingle at the start of the video. It'd be great. That is a very catchy jingle, I have to say. That is good for whoever wrote that. It's like that and like Round Ball Rock. I don't know if you know. It's the like NBA on NBC theme. If you've probably heard me playing it before, but I love that song. It's just like there's certain jingles that are just never gonna ever gonna leave my mind. But like Round Ball Rock is like that is basketball. Or like the like the there's a I forget the name of the song, but like there was a for hockey in Canada, the Hockey Night in Canada theme. That was like I mean I don't even know if they play it anymore. I haven't watched hockey in a while, but certain themes just burned right in. Okay, guys, you know what we're gonna do? A quick snack time because I have to say that like a couple of people this week brought us some gifts when they visited, and they brought some snacks, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna make a perfect snack time. If I don't do yours today, I will do it. Will come up.
Yes.
Now they're piling up, and I can't do them all in one shot. But I appreciate it.
Yes.
I very much appreciate it.
We're snack people. We appreciate the thought that, and oftentimes they brought them from wherever their home country is, and it is very thoughtful. Okay, sorry. One sec. You guys come.
Oh, all right. We got a delivery.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Sorry about that.
No problem. Wait. Okay. Risa got it, and then when Risa comes back, we'll jump into snack time right here. But we've got this one here, peanut butter pillows. So these came from America. I guess they visited the factory in Colorado. So this is a gift from Colorado. But peanut butter pillows. So it's a candied peanut butter snack. So it's like the biteable like candy. It looks like that, the shiny like a candy that's made from like really thin like thread like sugar. So it's got a thin candy shell, as it says on the outside, and a fresh crunchy peanut butter on the inside. I've never had something like this before. Yeah. But it does sound fascinating because you think maybe like a pretzel, maybe, like a pretzel bite with peanut butter or something like that. But a candy with peanut butter.
It's a diabetes.
Chocolate with peanut butter, yeah, but candy, like a sugared candy, sounds great. Yeah. It does sound like a good combination. So I'm excited to try these. So we're going to give these a shot all the way from Colorado. So if you are in America, you probably can order these if they look good to you. Hammond's peanut butter pillows. And I have to say, also here in Japan, peanut butter is a little bit harder. Peanut butter snacks, peanut butter in general is a little bit harder to get. Not as much peanut butter around. So I do appreciate peanut butter.
Peanut creams are around.
Yeah, peanut cream. That's true, but not so much peanut butter.
Creamy.
Yeah. Yeah. It is very different peanut cream than peanut butter. Hold on.
Screwed it up.
I might have screwed it up. But I can recover. Maybe. I think I gotta get the scissors. Sorry. Screwed it up.
It's okay. The anticipation is building up. Get your toothpicks ready, somebody says.
You think?
I don't know. Candy peanut butter sounds like Butterfinger. Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh.
That is so true. I didn't even think of that. Oh, it's definitely gonna taste like Butterfinger.
Yeah, it's probably Butterfinger without the chocolate. Go for it.
I like this size also. Yeah. It's like not so, not so...
very biteable, snackable.
It kind of looks like one of those snacks that you give to cats, but...
That's true. Hold on. I just want to maybe Yeah, so we've got that guy right there. Okay. So, yeah, it does look pretty good. Smells peanut buttery. Let's give it a shot.
It's kind of hard.
It's a bit of a... Oh, yeah. This is great.
Like
Because-
a burst of...
Because the sugar candy has like a little bit of a caramelly taste to it. And then the peanut butter just sort of melts right away.
But
And then you're left with the candy and a little bit of peanut butter taste.
Like the candy is a lot thicker than I thought. It's more candy, like the real estate wise. Candy takes up more, maybe just my thing, but than peanut butter. It smelled more like peanut butter, but the taste is definitely stronger with the candy.
I would say that as a biteable little candy, it's not something that I'm gonna eat like M&Ms. You know what I mean? Like you could eat a whole bag of M&Ms and not, you can get through it. But like here, I feel like once I've had like 2 or 3 of these, it might be enough.
It is very like intensely sweet, and I think that's why they made it into smaller pieces. This is gonna last us a while, but it's great. It's a nice thing. He said it was like I forgot how many years, but they've been in the business for a long time,
Right.
And they make I guess like it locally in Colorado.
Colorado, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna say I'm a big fan. This is very nice. 10 pieces is 1 serving, and 110 calories per 10 servings. So I don't think I'm gonna get through 10. So I'm gonna feel like this is also like a treat. I feel like it's a cat treat. You just have 1 or 2 and it's good. But no, I like this because again, you don't have to eat too much of this to feel very satisfied with having like a little sugary snack. And very, very tasty, especially if you like the peanut butter. So I'm going to give this dose thumbs up. Dose thumbs up. This is a recommend.
It's great. Yeah, if you're a local
Coloradian, you should be proud of this company. I think they're doing a great job here. So, all right.
Brenton says, Jay's game kept many kids home, so we're still piled high with candy.
Oh, right.
Well, it sounds like a party.
Yeah, Halloween. You got to give out all those candies. That's sometimes like you get stuck. I'm just going to say, as a kid, the strategy was to go out a little bit late. And that way, all the houses that didn't get raided, they just start dumping. They're just like, you want a lot of candy? Yes. Yes, I do. Strategy. So that's a good strategy. As soon as the Jays win, by the way, when they win, kids go out. Go get some free candy.
But I bet like there were parents who were just like, oh, do we really have to go today?
Right. There is a Jays game to watch. Anyhow. Stephen Kopic said Bezat is going to down the bag and take a diabetic nap on the couch. I don't know. So. I don't think I'll down the whole bag, but eventually it will be gone because this is something I'm going to pick at over the next definitely couple days for sure. All right, everybody. You know what? Let's do it.
Yes,
we're gonna call it. We're gonna wrap it right here, everybody. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Wonder Looper live stream. I got so much candy. The greatest live stream in the history of all live streams. Excuse my disheveledness. I'm getting more and more grumpy as this live stream goes on.
Really?
Yeah, I just feel like my hair is getting a little wild. Anyhow, just off rant. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyhow, we're wrapping the show up. Yes. So we'll see you guys again next week. Same time, same channel, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here. If you haven't watched our little newsletter update video, check that one out. Give it a little bit of a like. Maybe we'll do some more of those videos more often. And have yourself a great weekend. Do something nice for yourselves and
somebody else.
That's it. We'll see you guys real soon. All right. Bye, everyone.